Welcome, gamers. It is Wednesday. We are here today on this Wednesday for streaming purposes. That's right. We got this playlist from last time. I forgot where we left off. Maybe like over here. Let's skip to another part of the playlist. Got rain sounds, everyone. Any fans of rain sounds? It's like it's raining right now. Literally right now. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome JD, welcome Hamflow, Stanley, Piss, Extraneous Jedi. Everyone's here, literally everyone. Welcome Xtag as well. The shirt is too big. It's a meeple. It's literally a meeple. Okay, look at it. Look at this, guys. Do you guys know this is the name for this kind of figure thing? That's right, it's meeple. Thank you for the 12 months. That I said that really loudly. It's almost as if I shouted. That's 12 months. Oh my god, that's like a year. Holy frick. Is what I would say if it was a year, but actually 13 months is a year, if you think about it. Because the first month, it's one index. It's literally the first month of payment, but 11 months have passed. So it has not really been a year, okay? It's been 11 months. But that's pretty close, though. What color meeple is your first choice if given first pick? I don't know. I don't play board games. Wolfie board game? Yeah, board game. Yeah, this game. Am I right, guys? Because it's freaking boring. Boring. It's got no gameplay. Check out this game. It's got graphics, but it's got no gameplay. I'm sure at some point I will have to add some gameplay, but that day is maybe not today or ever. Maybe there will never be gameplay. And then we'll just have like scope creep. We'll just be like, look, we got, you know, bushes that kind of don't really even look like bushes, if you think about it. We got, oh shoot, this is such a, like, it's such a contrast, you know, because there's nothing here. How is it so empty? It's got boars. It doesn't even have boars. Literally no boars. It doesn't have good collision detection. Look at that. What is this? Why can't we even walk here, right? Why even? Not a board gamer, but a board gamer. So true. Boar. Has anyone seen a boar recently? Anyone bored right now? Me when the feral hogs, the 30 to 50 feral hogs. You guys know it's the anniversary of that tweet, I think. Is it actually? Did I make that up? 30 to 50 feral hogs. When was this tweet made? August 4th? That's literally yesterday. Okay, so it turned out it was yesterday. 2019, that's 7 years ago. So, can you guys believe 2019 was 7 years? That's like, it's closer to 10 years than it is to not 10 years. What the heck? Also, this song, I don't remember hearing this song in Animal Crossing. They don't even say what it is. We don't even know what song this is. We are close to 2000 than we are to 2019. Close R to 2000. I think it depends. Depends on your frame of reference. If you have your years as the 2 digits at the end, then yes, we are closer to 2000. Because, you know, 2026, you could say it's 26. And 26 is closer to 2000. But actually that's true. That's true. I had to check my math. It is in fact true, because it's a smaller number. And that's how you know it. That's literally how you know. Anyway, last time we added these bushes, right? And I don't think they look particularly good. I would say perhaps that they kind of don't really look like bushes. But maybe that's fine. Maybe it's fine that they don't look like bushes. Because really, there's going to be no gameplay. You're going to be walking around, and then it's going to be like, oh, shoot. Also, this is the thing you should not be doing in games. When you have a thing that's right here, when you're moving between screens, you can't even see it. How can you even be there, right? Unless you had something like over here as well to avoid going that way. This doesn't make sense. You cannot be having that stuff, man. Same thing for this. If you go here, now you're like, oh, now you're stuck. Now you have to go back. Right? You ever see games do that and you go, no, that's bad game design right there. Bad game. Would never recommend this game to anyone. Especially not fans of gaming. Anyway, what are we doing today? I don't know. I kind of like don't know what to do. Like, I know there's gameplay that I could add, but I kind of like just adding graphics, right? Just something about making pixel art. Like, nice. I don't think they look very bushy because they get walked over instead of like through. Yeah, but like, even before you walk into them, assuming no collision, no, doesn't even work. Literally not even real. The bridge in the middle of the pond feels like someplace important. No, it's a fishing pier. This is where you go to fish. It's both a bridge and not a bridge. Fishing. It's literally fishing. A Kappa will emerge from the water and tell you a secret. Yeah, people are gonna go here. They're gonna be like, "Whoa, what's this? Whoa, hey, we gotta." And then there's nothing. Whoa, what the heck? I forgot I had this. I forgot I had dialogue in this game. Welcome, Chicken Coop Enjoyer. No way you can press the button and talk. But it's not the correct color scheme. It's actually a different one. Poggers. Fields of Mystria came out today. Also has Zelda style pixel art. Fields of Mystria. Mystria, isn't that the Toho character that runs an izakaya or whatever? Fields of Mystria. It's a mystery. Am I right, guys? It's a mystery. Now, their resolution is much larger. Look at this. You think this is resolution? Fields of Mystria spreadsheet. Tiles. Tile set. Tile map. Tile set. I mean, they got these bushes, right? But these are like small bushes, right? Yeah, small. I mean, I guess I could add those bushes as well. I guess maybe I can add those as one-off bushes that are not connected to other bushes. You know what, let's do that. Well, there's nothing else to do. I don't even know what else to do. Adding gameplay? I don't think so. I don't think there will ever be gameplay. To be honest, I don't think this game will ever be playable. It's, you know, like after a while, you're like, yeah, it was an interesting idea, but do I actually want to work on a game right now? I don't know. Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe we will never make another game ever again. Maybe games don't even exist. Maybe the games were never real. Gaming is fake. fake games, guys. Literally so fake. Tech demo, yeah, this is just for like, you know, learning purposes. I was thinking of the connected ones in this screenshot that have clumps on the side. Well, I'm gonna maybe try to assume which of these screenshots you were referring to. Well, I can't show that. That's got music in it. It's copyrighted. It's actually probably fine if they have audio. The orange one. Me when I'm the orange one. That's pretty orange. Okay, I'm gonna click on your link. See what this... It is... No. It's a different one. It's literally... So you're saying... Connected ones in this screenshot that have little leaf clumps. Are there bushes? You're talking about... Not this one. Planters. Okay, no, that's different though. I would not say those are bushes. These are bushes. And these, yeah, those are like planters. Maybe like something like this. Although that's also not really a bush. What about these trees? What about these? What if I just make more trees? Welcome, brains. At Stardew Valley with Yuri. Yuri on ice. They got fishing. They got cooking. They got Pokemon. Look at that. That's an Electrode right there. Any fans of Electrode from Pokemon? You guys know that for every 2 times Electrode rolls, a Spheal has to roll 5 times to cover the same distance. It's true. I was told, I saw a tweet on Twitter that said this. It was tweeted by Bulbapedia. But then they were like, hey, that's not true. If you look at the size of the creature, it's actually blah blah blah. And then someone was like, well, have you considered that it said a large Electrode and a small Spheal? And they're like, oh shoot, no, you're right. No, you're right. You're so right. Alright, let's draw like a bush. A bush. George Bush. Alright, how did they do it here? How did they do it in Zelda? Pixel art 16 by 16 bush. Look at all these. Look at all these chickens. Hey, that's Mario. That's Super Mario. Isn't this the bush from Super Mario? But different. Pixel art bush. Among Us? Amogus? Yeah, something like, look at these. That's like a bush, right? Alright, I mean, how to create bushes. How to draw pixel art bush in games. I mean, what if I just make it up? What if I just draw a vague shape? So it's like, you know, you got like a leaf. It's like over here, and then maybe you got like another leaf. You got like the leaf on the back. Delete this one, and then you got the another leaf on this side. And maybe also on this side. Now these are just placeholder colors for now. Just so we get a sense of like depth, you know, depth perception. Is anyone here able to perceive depth? And then you go depth. That's the guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp. Welcome, Probs Not Jack. Connected trees are pretty cool too. Yeah, you're talking about These trees. Chrono Trigger. Those, no, that's like complex trees. We gotta have shrimple trees. I guess it could also work. It is also valid. Wait, this is pretty good though. That looks pretty good. What if I copied this? What if I copied their technique? You just make an orb, you add some things on the orb on the sides, and then you add in the details. What if I did that? What if it was actually so simple that anyone could do it? Literally, I could do it. You can do it. Hate that this now activates me. Welcome, Zoe. Death perception. Bro is perceiving death. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Possibly a bush, perhaps. Played literally less than half a route of Tsukihime. Isn't that the thing that has Neko Arc? Isn't that the cat that says Buru Nya? What's the deal? What's the deal? Yeah, this kind of doesn't really look like a bush, but what if it had... Perhaps... Okay, what if we just like... Okay, what if we actually base it on this? Because I think that one looks pretty good. This one... You got like... outlines. You have an outline around it. Right, you gotta be adding outlines. Outlines. What about inlines? Welcome, Lastabaka. Lastabaka, you know pixel art. How would you draw a bush? Foliage. It's a thing that exists. Foliage. Bam. It looks pretty bad. Actually, no, it looks... well, I mean, it doesn't look awful. It could be better. So you got the darker colors, then you got the lighter colors, right? You gotta have these lighter colors up here. And then you have the darker colors are underneath. Welcome, Chocojax. Right, actually, look at that. Look at that. That has some illusion of depth. Right there. You look at that and you go, yeah, that right there, that's a bush. If I've ever seen one, there it is. But this could be a bit more. Look at this. That's a bush, right? That's how I would have done it. These are smart hits. That's how I would have done it. When did I last see a bush? Probably yesterday. When I was outside. I was like, that's, you know, that's right there. That's a bush. Next to a tree. There's like other things. Have I looked out the window today? I have. I looked out the window. Looks at salad. Good thing you're not in America, because salads are dangerous right now. I don't know at what point they'll stop being dangerous, but at least for now, people recommend not eating salads. Danger. Can't be having salads now. It's a bit of a beep situation. So true, I understood. Because he's talking about the lettuce that gives you diarrhea. Food jalapenos? I did not hear about that one. No sandwiches? You could have a sandwich without lettuce, right? You could totally do that. The lettuce that kills your... Anyone die recently to lettuce? Anyone in the chat dead right now? Streamer, I ate some lettuce and I've died. I thought it's only one company. Yeah, but it's like, don't they have like other things they provide? Because like, although it's one company, they provide lettuce to other companies, and those companies, you don't know. You don't know what they use. Here's dead. Anyone here, dead? My mom gave me homegrown lettuce. What if her homegrown lettuce was grown in Taylor Farms? Have you considered that maybe it's not homegrown and that actually she got it from Taylor Farms? I think everyone got scared of all lettuce because of the time no one knew the origin point. That is true. This isn't even the first time it's happened. I remember, like, many years ago, pre-pandemic, when I used to go get lettuce, not just lettuce, I used to go get salads, and then, you know, one day they were like, hey, there's like E. coli or whatever. I was like, oh, well, I guess I have to move to a different vegetable. And then I started eating spinach, and I was like, you know what, spinach? It's pretty good. And then I appreciated spinach. I literally also harvested them myself, totally from Taylor Farms. Yeah, what if your farm was Taylor Farms? What if Taylor's whiffed? Have you considered this? Taylor's whiffed. Taylor Farms is the company. Yes. Tail or Farms? I think the farms should be blamed. The Tails have done nothing. Tails from Sonic? I don't think he's responsible for this. I think it's the farms, honestly. Spin Ack? So true. Bro is spinning, and he says Ack. And he's like Ack. Always saying that. Ack Tua. I used to get their salad kits a lot. Recently I haven't. That's good. That would have been bad. You could have died. Imagine dying in Taylor Farms. Delicious cabbage. Wasn't it iceberg lettuce? Icebergs. Berg. Hey, look, doesn't this kind of look like a bush, though? Look at that. Maybe it could be a bit more like top-down, kind of. Delicious. Yummy, yummy. Good old cabbage. Smaller leaves, maybe you're... Yeah, no, you're right. You're actually so right. This is like a large leaf. These leaves are so large, people will be like, I'm gonna leave. Because they're like, you know, they're like leaves. Me when I leave. No. Help. Help me. Okay. There we go. True words have always been spoken. We're always out here telling the truth. What if after bushes you do pumpkins because the orange palette has a Halloween vibe? No, we can't. It's not. It shouldn't just be based on the color scheme. Pumpkins, that's so specific. Games would never have pumpkins in them. Walk on water. Yeah, there's no collision. I mean, there's some collision, but it's very inconsistent. Can walk under trees. Can't walk here for some reason. Or here. I just never set it up. I just never configured it. And maybe I'll never. I might never do it. It's like, what are games to tell us what we can and cannot collide with. You think it's our right to not collide with things. They don't know. They literally don't get it. God, when he shows his creations what he can do, I have no collision. No, but he's colliding with the water though. Also, is Jesus, okay? That's different from God somehow. They're distinct beings. You can't be implying that isn't the triangle thing that's like the God is the Jesus and also the Holy Ghost, but then they're also not really. Yeah, they're different but also the same somehow. Can't believe she would conflate them to be the same thing. Heresy. It's heretical behavior. Knowledge bait, I knew the water was Jesus? Wait. What if Jesus was the water? You know, he turns the water into wine, but what if he was the water? And that's why. If you say they're not the same, that's heresy. So you can't imply anything about their similarities. You can't say that they're the same or different. There's 80% water. He would never do that. Some disagreements about this in the early days. Well, I think they should have just agreed. If it was me, I would have just had them agree. Honestly, skill issue. Imagine not agreeing on things. Alright, what if we added lighting? Bam! Maybe it's too lit. You ever consider that sometimes it's too lit? Fam. It's too lit, fam. We don't even know. I think this looks worse. I just feel like... Why does mine not look good? Are the leaves still too big? Here, what if it was like this? And then... got rid of this stuff. Yo, that's my jam. Me when I pass the aux cord and they put this on. Let's go. Let's go to goated song. Welcome, Namington. Imagine you went to like a music festival and a DJ like pulled this up mid set. Direction of the leaves, it reads more like palm leaves. You're right. You're so right. Hold on. How are they doing it here? Like they start from the middle. Do this. It would be lit, right? They'd be like, what if this was the drop? What if they had like, you know, hype moments and then they're like hyping it up and the music, the BPM gets really high. And it gets quiet for a second and then this drops. It's like, whoa. No way, dude. Animal Crossing, everyone would be screaming. They'd be like, yo. I know Animal Crossing. That was very cool. That was a cool game. It's a pretty cool game. Pretty cool. Alright, I mean, what if we watch this video? What if we simply, like, you know...
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So you just have to add... Okay, so you do this. Have your values. Then you have... I mean, that's what I was doing, though. But his looks better. Why does his look better than mine? Because of the roundness? It might be the roundness. Let's watch it. Literally, this is all you need to know. What can he possibly explain that can't be explained automatically by looking at this? Nothing. Literally nothing. And I can't just be watching his content, okay? Secret of Bushes? I don't think so. Alright, let's make a circle. So first of all, you make a circle, right? And then you have lighter version. You have the lighter color on the circle. I probably shouldn't have used solid color for this. Go here. Bam! Look at that. And then, okay, then you gotta be like, the bottom part, that's not lit. Bam, that is not even lit. Okay, but I think if you have four shades, you can even make that one just like solid. Metal Gear Solid, if you will. And then, you know, you could like make it a bit less round on the bottom. Something like this. Right, then you know, then you got this color. That's fine, but actually this one, it goes up a bit more. It's more like, it's a bit more like this. Right. Alright, then you make it like a little bit more jagged. So maybe like, you know, maybe this one goes down a bit. It's like that. Got this going on. And then maybe, you know, maybe like something like here. But I mean, is that too much? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe this goes here. It's like Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. Literally the same guy. Alright, and then... Okay, right, that's like something, right? And then maybe like the top part also... Maybe I made this a bit too much like this, right? Then you got this one. Maybe go this way instead. That. No, that's too sharp. He is doing it. I always believe Wolfie can do it if he puts his mind to it. What if I can't do it? What if it's actually not even possible to do it? Some might think it's possible. It's actually impossible. Believe. Alright, you know, maybe I will. Maybe I will believe. Perhaps I will. Alright, then once you have this, then you have... Okay, but they have the lighter color, right? They start off with that color. But then what if we had this color? It's the leaves. Maybe that's too light. Right, then you just fill in some of these. Like this one. And then maybe... Is this too light? Maybe this is too light. Welcome Maku5U. I want to start making pixel art. Any advice? I would say I think it's good to start with limited color palette. The first thing people do a lot of times, they'll use like every color, and they'll be like, it looks bad. If you use limited colors, then you have limited options. And surely that's good. For some reason. Donut tutorial. That's Blender. That's literally blended. It's a different thing. Now I know you said it was a joke answer. You know, limitation, because you know, you wouldn't think to make this the same color as the outline. You would just use like, you know, a very dark green, and then you'd use like a lighter green, and then like even lighter, and then you have so many colors, and you're like, what's even the difference, right? Literally, what's the point? I don't even know. No, I think this doesn't particularly look good. And maybe because we don't have a leaf in the middle. Maybe if we had something here, and this would look better. Maybe it's fine, actually. And then what? Then, maybe. Then from here... I don't know. Guys, I don't even know. Me when I don't even know. Not even know where. I mean, it kind of looks like a bush, right? I think it's still a bit too bright. We only have so many shades we can use. You know, what if this one goes like this? What if these could be lighter? And then maybe these could be like this. Well, look at this. And then you could use some of these like internal colors, right? Look at these. We got this one. It'll be like this instead. Be like that. The sky is the limit. This guy is the limit, as they say. They're always saying this guy is the limit. But which guy is it? Which guy even is the limit? And how do we stop him? Because he's holding us back. This guy. I think he should stop doing that. Robots in this guy. Nanomachines, perhaps. True, right? Literally true. Truest statement. And I'm doing this right for a game. What kind of game is it? We don't really know. It was supposed to be some kind of knowledge-based game where you die every once in a while and then, like, you know, you learn some things. Now it's kind of just walking around. We got different color schemes. Look at this. Okay, our color scheme. I don't want to die sometimes. Well, sometimes it just happens. Okay, we don't have control over it. People just be dying out there. Damn. Yeah, walking sim. Literally walking simulator. Alright, well. Okay, what if this went down like here? Right, have you considered, look, it kind of looks like a bush, sort of. It's a bit still too bright on the top. But perhaps that is fine. There, like the light is coming from there. So then you just like do this. Lower left leaf, this one. This leaf. It reads as a variegated bush. I don't even know what that is. Never even heard of this. What the heck? I think I've seen these. A Monstera. Wait, this is in Animal Crossing. Monstera. Monstera. New Horizons. Look, look. It's the same thing. The leaves are a mix of white and yellow or white. No, it's just the lighting. No. Welcome, Carabel. I have a monster in my office. Is it good? You can call it that because of monsters? That's what I thought. I was like, why is it called Monstera? Monstera. Family friend gave it to me as a housewarming gift. Is your house warmer now because of it? Would you say your home is thoroughly warm? It's so warm right now. Looks like Zelda Oracle. That is so true because I did copy a lot of this from... it was inspired. It was highly inspired by The Legend of Zelda. It's pretty and low maintenance, but if you overwater it, you get fungus gnats. Fungus gnats start spawning. That sounds bad. It sounds like something that I don't want. I would prefer not to have that. And then a monster shows up. And like, I see why they call it Monstera now. Because you look at it and there's a monster and you go, ah! Ah, monster, ah. That's why. It's me, it's me, the monster in here. Hey, it's a me. Monster. Isn't that also the job searching website? They got Monster, they got Indeed. What else? What else even could there possibly be? I don't even know. We've never even seen them. I would plant this on my lawn. What if it's an invasive species, though? What if it causes damage to the ecosystem? Yes, it is in fact Godot. I've used Game Maker when I was a kid. Probably like... How long ago was that? It must have been at least 20 years ago when I first used Game Maker. I've made like a Mario platforming game. I never published it. But I remember. The ecosystem will suffer. I would uproot and compost it, but what if it keeps growing? What if even after you kill it, it keeps growing? Then you go, oh no, how can it possibly be doing this? I kind of want to ruin the local ecosystem by exterminating mosquitoes. What if you introduce mosquitoes that will... The thing that Google is doing. That they're releasing millions of mosquitoes into the ecosystem. Specifically so that they reduce the population of mosquitoes. It's real, they're doing it. For an amazing reason. Google, no, they're doing it because they're like male mosquitoes that like don't produce offspring when they're bred with or something. Or something like that, right? They're like infertile mosquitoes and then it stops the other mosquitoes from spawning. It's true. It's true. Big mosquito. What about Bing Mosquito? No, that's Microsoft. That's Microsoft. That's a different thing. Male mosquitoes, USPS hires bugs. They do mail them. You can order live ladybugs right now. That's what someone paid my mosquitoes would say. Big mosquito. Have I seen them using mosquitoes as 3D printers? I have not seen that. I don't think that's real. How can they 3D print mosquitoes? What are they doing? Making things from blood? Their proboscis is apparently strong and accurate for its size. does that work? Proboscis, isn't that the YouTuber? What happened to that guy? You guys remember that guy? Proboscis. He became evil? What? Wait, what did he do? Did he get canceled? Oh no, what did he do? Kind of sad. I didn't know. Proboscis. Is he like anti-vax? What the heck? What am I doing here? What is this? I like stopped following the tutorial at some point. Alright, so you got that, right? You got this thing. You can't be a YouTuber without mental health problems. But what about, well, no, I can't think of anyone. No, literally everyone. Literally everyone. No one sane would be a VTuber. I don't know why I said VTuber. A YouTuber. Me when yeah, Neil's definitely not sane. Okay, he's definitely cray. He's pretty cray. VTuber's famously sane. I'm sane. Usain Bolt? That guy's sane. Goku, that guy's super sane. He's like the most sane guy. Literally, he's Super Saiyan 3 or whatever. Saddam, he was sane. Saddam Hussein, because he's not insane. But then Saddam insane oh no, oh shoot. Saddam Hussein when Saddam who's insane shows up. That's a classic bit. I learned Vietnamese ham exists. What, have you never had like a banh mi? That's like, it's just there. It's just present in the banh mi. The ham. It's pretty good. I would recommend. Look, this looks like a bush. You look at this, you go dip. It's a bush. Used to eat a whole slab of uncut Vietnamese ham. She went ham. She literally went ham on that thing. Do they have the clown ham? Have you seen that one? Clown sausage. What was the thing? Clown clown bologna? Clown bologna? What is this? Never seen this. Meat clown. Do they have this but like with the Vietnamese thing? Look at this thing. Smiling. It's made of real clowns. Welcome, Nordblon. I've seen that before. I don't think they have that. Surely they do. If it was up to me, they would have that. They would definitely have that. For real, for real. See, well, you can add the dark spots. Oh wait, look, that adds so much texture. Are you seeing this? Bro, look. Oh my god, it's adding something. Bro. How'd they do that? No way. No freaking way, dude. Oh my god. Bro. So much depth. Okay, maybe the ones up here were a bit too much. Something about this plant looks delicious. Deciduous. What if it was deciduous? Can it even be deciduous? Like the Pokemon You guys know Deciduous, the evolved form of Rowlet? Me when I work based on my animal instincts. True. You wouldn't download Zelda. This is not Zelda. This is so different from Zelda. Literally different. No, that's too much. That's too much. That's something, right? That's something. The grass ghost or grass fighting? I don't even know. I don't even know Pokemon. You guys heard about Pikachu? You guys aware of Pikachu? I know about Pikachu. What's Pikachu? Oh, the horrors. You don't even know. Oh, the horrors. You don't want to know. Pikachu has committed many crimes. Vague posting. The vague posting is logged on. Oh, the horror. Oh, you don't want to know, dude. Bro, she doesn't even know about Pikachu. Doesn't even know, man. Everyone knows about Pikachu. If you're following Pikachu, unfollow me right now. Problematic that you're even after the things he did. I think you're still supporting him. SMH, man. SMH. Really fell off. Pikachu. When he said Pika Pika, I can't believe he would say that. The Mighty Pikachu. You guys remember that one? The Mighty Pikachu. Good times. Forgot there was a different Deciduous. Yeah, the tree. Bigot-Chew? No. Why would he do that? Why would bro even do that? Pikachu when he said Pika Pika. I can't believe that. Have I ruined it? Does this look worse than it did before? I think I'm ruining it. Now, what if this was here? No, it looks... I feel like this leaf right here looks a bit weird. It's like a bit too, like... a bit too long. What's wrong with this tree? What's wrong? It's not even a tree, it's a bush. Your stream is missing a core experience gambling? Has anyone gambled recently? Any fans of gambling? How about grambling? What if it's called grambling? Gramble fantasy. Welcome, Bread Botnik. Fishing is like gambling in some ways, yeah. That is true. You guys aware of the Pokemon called Granbull? Grambling? What if that was the gambling Pokemon? I think that's good enough. That's a bush right there. Literally. That's it. Get a fairy type Pokemon. Grambling. Alright, let's add some things here. Go to the tile set. It's gonna be, because we only have like one of these bushes though. That they're all just gonna look the same. The game is Zelda, but you were an old man. Everyone makes fun of you. You just died at the first mob. I don't think so. Welcome, Ultracar. I would never die to any mob. I gambled that a Sneasler Direclaw won't put Trar to sleep. Lost the match as a result. Bro is just saying things. Sneasler. It sounds like a slur. It's Sneasler. The Onceler from the Lorax. An ad is gonna start in 15 seconds. So I will drink some water soon. But what about this? What about this right here? Click on this. Click on this guy. There. Welcome to Lumina channel. I'm gonna drink water now. Alright, I've hydrated. It really feels like it's raining. You know, it's, you know, they got like the rain playing from here, but it sounds like it's really raining. What even is the weather right now? Oh no, it is. It literally, okay, never mind. Literally is rain. Heat advisory. What the heck? Possible threat to life or property. Heat value is up until 100. What if people died in this? Tell me it's actually raining. It's raining today, but it's not raining tomorrow. No, it is. It is raining tomorrow. Possible threat to life. They're always saying that. Literally, what isn't a threat to life? It's raining fire. Not over here. What about the power grid? What about the power grid? What has the power grid ever done for us? That's right, nothing. Literally nothing. Alright, what if there was a bush like right over here? Right over there. And another one. And maybe like another one. You can't have it there. What is the deal with the power grid? What's the deal? Power grid. Why does it mess up? It's because of the dual grid system. That's just the way these things connect. You just can't connect them like that. Yeah, put them on a different layer. Drawing it this way prevents you from needing to draw 47 tiles. You only need 15 of them. And then it's offset in such a way that it connects nicely. But since these ones are not like that, it's different. Yeah, you could put that over there. Should the connected bush look a little like this one, but more connected? No, they're different somehow. Actually, I don't know, maybe it could be. Like, how do I make that look good? Am I gonna redo this bush? How about the good old, you are isekai'd as slime and run from monsters until you're strong? No, that's not even possible. It's not even real. I think it looks, you know, it looks pretty much like a bush. Well, you look at that and you go, yep, that is in fact bush. It could even be a palm tree. Look, if you like remove the bottom part and then you like attached a thing on the bottom, that's a palm tree right there. And then look at this. Bam. They could also be smaller, you know, because like the ones that you can interact with in games are usually smaller. But I think this is fine for now. I wonder if this is a labyrinth. This might encounter a Bidoof. No, those are from these bushes. From these bushes. We heard this. Didn't we hear this one already? What else can we listen to? Enough of this Animal Crossing stuff. Any other Nintendo series that has good music? Zelda. Nostalgic and chill Nintendo music help you focus work and impressive consistency on posting these. Oh, but they don't say where it's from. No, they do. Sure, let's listen to this. Wow, it's like a really there. We're literally in the Nintendo eShop menu right now. Shopping around. How about tree stumps like that Kirby pick? Well, we could add those, true. It is a thing that is possible to add. Let me commit this. Git and dot. Add 1 by 1 bush. Gotta play the original Chill Hop from 2020. Nintendo Chill Hop. Music to chill and chill to. Alright, what if we made this a bit more like this? What if we took parts of this and then just like, you know, just did this. It's possible. Oh, guys, it's literally so possible to do this. Maybe the connected bush could be more like a rock or thick grass. No, I think, like, look at this. Isn't this pretty good right now? So you take this right here, put it over there. Wow, look at that. It's literally lit. Bam. It's literally Zelda and chill. No, it's fine. It's fine. I think I won't do that. Hello, look at that. And then this. What if it was a bit more like that? Here, take this. Delete this. Put this over there. But then, instead of this thing doing this, you just connect it. And then like this one, and go down here. Where is this from? Activity log? What the heck? pretty good. Nintendo got some pretty good music. Cause like you don't usually see like these playlists for like, you know, like Xbox games, right? I mean, maybe you do. You don't really see them for like, you know, oh, here's like nostalgic PlayStation music. Okay, they probably do have them. But I feel like it's less common. Nintendo, it's all about the Nintendo. Literally. For real, for real. Mega Man might have something, but Mega Man's not even chill. Not even chill lo-fi beats. That's like high energy stuff. Actually, maybe this is harder than I thought it would be. Because like, it's not just this. You have to like connect it as well to the next tile. You gotta make sure it's connected properly. Xbox has a less concrete identity. We'll listen to individual franchises. That is true. Generic rock. Good old Xbox. I've never had an Xbox. I don't even know. I don't even know what it's like. Never even played Halo. Anyone also never play Halo? You're like me, I've never played. I don't even know. I didn't even realize why they called it Halo until I watched Hamful play Halo. And then I was like, wait. It's called Halo because there's a Halo in the game. There's a thing called the Halo. Halo. Well, hello to you too. Halo 2. Halo 2. I'm not convinced by the new Halo. Is there a new one? Oh yeah, there is a new one. The one that was announced at whatever, the Games Fest or whatever. 7? There's 7 Halos? How can there be 7? It's not possible. Halo ODST. Yeah, ODs. Got 'em. Got 'em. Literally fell for it. Halo? I don't think so. What did O even do to deserve being hailed? Halo and Blinks the Time Cat? Blinks 182. What's everyone's favorite Xbox game? Is it Halo? Are there other Xbox games that people care about? Minecraft? No, that's not an Xbox specific. That's like PC. It's on like other consoles. I mean like an Xbox PC specific. I played it on Xbox. No, but it's not. It's also on Nintendo. It's also on the Peggle. I heard that one was good. I heard people enjoyed Peggle. I remember playing Halo. One level gave you a rocket launcher. Played a sick guitar solo. Bro, it's sick. Literally sick. It made me sick to see that. They thought to put such a thing in the game. You guys see that Final Fantasy XIV is on Switch too? That's right. You can play the critically acclaimed MMO on your Nintendo Switch too. I did see that. I saw it. That's pretty cool though. I will not be playing it on the Switch 2. I don't even have a Switch 2. But that's good for people that do have one. Because then they can be like, no, why is your DPS so bad? Why are you not healing? And then you go, no, sorry, I'm on Switch. I'm playing it mobile. Actually, no, it probably runs fine. People play it fine on like the PlayStation 4 or whatever, PS5. Do they have it on iPhone? I think they were planning on having Final Fantasy XIV mobile. But then they canceled it. Apparently, it's hard to do that. How hard could it be on Switch? The DCD is 5 seconds. No, it's 2.5. But you have OG CDs. Really depends on the class. You could probably play White Mage. Probably fine. Me when I pretend to know classes. Yeah, I totally know. Yeah, definitely. I definitely know which classes have higher APM. Like Machinist. Am I right, guys? Machinist, you got high APM but does no damage. Lamau. It's fun though. Fun times. Guys, we have fun here. Bro is doing no damage. So true. Me when I do no damage despite pressing all my cooldowns exactly when they should be pressed. Okay, I think the farther in this is getting, the less it looks like a bush. I think maybe it was not a great idea to try to like update this existing bush to look like this one. But maybe I'm just missing out. Maybe we just have to like copy paste more things. What if we just copy pasted this? Like that. And then you just like connect them. Right? Doesn't that look better already? Literally, and then like you copy this one. Stealing from myself? What do you mean? This was literally copied from me. From my own art. Using assets. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the reason why it's a tile set. So that you can reuse things. Imagine if you played a game and like every single screen was like hand-drawn. What is this? Silksong? I don't think so. Silksong more like Bugs. More like Bug Song. This game's freaking full of bugs. You got bugs everywhere. Bugs Bunny. Halo is a classic for a reason. It had Jet Set Radio Future, Viva Pinata. I remember people saying Viva Pinata was good. What do you say about my little bug game? It's full of bugs. It's literally full of bugs. You can't even argue. You said it yourself. Literally, the game has got so many bugs. They would even consider bugs. Bugs Bunny. Me when bugs. The bunny. Alright, what if this thing was here? Viva Pinata was 360, not OG Xbox? Well, I mean, I guess I was talking about Xbox like in general. What if someone called it Crossbox? Like the X is cross, or like the X is silent? Guys, I just got a box. You're like, what? I just got a box. The X is silent. Yeah, the bow. I just got a bow. Xbox, what is it now if it's no longer a box? It's like X, like, you know, it's not a box anymore. Cross box, Hunter box, Hunter cross box. No way, dude. No freaking way. If we're talking specifically about original Xbox, we need to decide if we're counting games that have later gotten ported. I guess things that you would consider to be Xbox and not like Nintendo or PlayStation. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. Literally don't even know. Me when I literally don't even know. What does Xbox even own? Noobs. Right, guys? They own the noobs, because... I don't know. You guys remember console wars when people would be like... When E3 was a thing that existed? Where people were like... Oh, dude... Nintendo's E3 sucked this year. Oh man. Sure am glad I'm a PlayStation fan. And then everyone's like, no, the Nintendo totally won E3 this year. E3 sucked, but it was also fun. Yeah, now we just have like, we got rid of E3, but now we just have like a billion other shows that everyone just watches anyway. What's even the point? E3. What about E2? What about E2, Brute? Get it? Because actually it's at 2. Okay, that doesn't make sense. But what if it did make sense? What if instead of being at 2, Brute, it was E2? Or E2, like tambien, like that's Spanish? Like the letter Y? E2. Et tu. Literally got him. So many React streams that folks can do one of this instead, instead of it just being one thing. They mean the same thing. Et tu. E2 and you. It's two. What the heck is this? 1640. Nintendogs record Nintendogs? Has anyone played Nintendogs? It's like one of the things that I know people enjoy, but I've never played it. I don't even know. Did you have a good time playing Nintendogs? Imagine having to travel to E3, record the React content yourself. Bro, guys, I checked out the new Call of Duty. The graphics were crazy. Oh my god. Bro, the graphics though. Dude. It's crazy. Don't have much to say about it. Nintendogs. What about the dog? What the dog doing? Alright, guys. What the dog doing? And then everyone goes, I understand that reference. That's a reference to the video with the dog. You wouldn't expect a dog to need a breath mint. You're the man now. I understand that one. I know that one as well. There were dog competitions. They were frustrating. Dog. Yo, is this Kirby? No, it's Yoshi. It's actually Yoshi. People still be referencing that? What the dog doing? It's also popular in China. It sounds like a Chinese phrase, apparently. What is the dog? When is the dog doing? Why? Why is the dog doing? Folks will always wonder what dogs are doing. Yeah, why is the dog even doing it? Van Gogh. Hugin. No one knows. It's a mystery. How the dog doing? What is the dog? Not even what they're doing, like what is the dog? What can we even classify as a dog? And how? And when? Who even is the dog? We'll never know. I don't even know who the dog is. It wasn't even a real dog. It was literally not even a real dog. If you look at the original video, it was clear that it was some kind of prop. The dog wasn't even real. It was a human. It was actually a human. Wait, look, can we confirm this? What the dog doing? It was real. I don't think so. What the heck? What are these images? This is not even the original what the dog doing. Bro. What the dog doing? Mine. Here, what is see, you look at that, that's not a real dog. Literally, it's not even the real dog. Know your meme, verify you're human. No, I don't think I will. See, look at that, that's not a real dog. I've seen real dogs before, and that is not a real dog. That dog is not real. Dog is not real. That's a reference. That's another meme reference right there. That dog is not real. It's just full of references today. You've seen a dog named All Dogs? Choco J Dog. That's all the dogs out there. That's the only dogs to ever exist. Not even a dog? No, that Choco J Dog is literally a dog. No, Choco Jax is not a dog. Choco J Dog is actually a dog. It's a picture of a dog. No, it's a dog. It's actually a dog. Dog B, that's another dog. It's a real dog right there. Dog B. Chocoj Dog. Also dog. This just doesn't look like this. Like, the more I'm drawing this, the more it just doesn't look like this doesn't look like anything. Doesn't even make sense. Doge was the first dog. Dogecoin. Doge. What if it was Dog-E? Like Doggy instead of Doge, it was Doggy? Could be. Doggo. Heckin' Pupperino. Game. What is this? What is this, guys? Updog, yo, so true. Everyone's always asking Updog, but never Hound Dog. How even dog? When even is dog? Don't remind me. You know how dogs is and all that. Dog. Anything else happen that's worth talking about? Did you guys see thing? You see the thing? No way, dude. What the heck? Did I have any opinions on the Hololive rhythm game? Not really. Not really much of a rhythm gamer. It's a rhythm game. Yeah, Hololive Dreams. It's a rhythm game. One important thing was that it was used at the edge of the screen in the Lost Woods. Yeah, that's why this thing is also like that. Go back here. Bro, that looks awful. It doesn't look like a bush at all. Now, okay, what if the middle was actually this like darker color? Hololive Dreams is a minigame collection disguised as a rhythm game. Is it though? What even is rhythm? It's like the Hatsune Miku color stage. Yes, yes. You can see it on the left side of the map. Yeah, now I've looked at it. I've seen the overworld. I've scrolled through this before. Assuming this is the same thing that you linked. It is. No, it's the same thing. So true. So true. Pretty much with that said, it launched with custom chart editing. Wait, games never have that. That's like not even a thing that exists in most rhythm games. It's surprising to me. They did what? How did they do that? Project Sekai has a troubled past with, does not even have it. That game's been out for like years. You don't even have it. Fubuki made a custom chart at launch and people were spooked by it. Oh, that's what that is. I assume that those were like the official charts. But you're saying those are like just... I see. That makes more sense then. I mean, they are kind of official in the sense that they're made by the talents, but they're not like the official ones. The real game. I also appreciate that they're calling them charts instead of like... And I feel like a lot of days, you know, modern rhythm gamers, they just play Osu and they're like, oh yes, it's called a beat map. Obviously it's a beat map. But chart, they don't even know that chart is the proper term. Okay, beat map is specifically an Osu thing. And you can tell that they've never played other rhythm games. customs have tags. One of them is official, which only the devs can add. It's an official custom. What the heck? Official custom. What is this? Freaking the TSA or something? I don't know. Official custom. The tariffs or something. Something about tariffs, maybe. Okay, the more I work on this, the more this kind of just looks like a cliff. Maybe I should undo all of this. Maybe, like, this was not a good idea. Let's, let's undo this. Let's just... Everything we've done in the past several minutes, just delete it. Get rid of it. Not even good. If only Holodreams doesn't lag the heck out of my phone, I'd probably play it more. The optimization. They don't even know, man. Apparently it plays pretty badly on, like, non-modern phones. And also some PCs. What if we listen to Final Fantasy XIV lo-fi chill stream beats? They have those. There's some nice songs in that game. Anyone a fan of the Warren's Dungeon music? When that was the first time I played in Final Fantasy XIV, and I was like, whoa, dude, the music is so good in this dungeon. The Warrens. Yeah, we can listen to it right now. Let's listen to Final Fantasy XIV, The Warrens. You could be like, that is some chill BGM. Wow. It's so chill. It's like Christmas. It literally feels like Christmas. I'll read the comments even. Music's so pretty. Must sleep now. Good song. This dungeon literally made me sleep. Went as healer and forgot to heal. Alright, so we're gonna undo all of these changes. And then just reload it. Just reload it. Look, now it's back to the way it was. No worries. No worries. Alright, now what did I say? What did I say I was gonna add? We were going to add some good old... What if we steal some ideas from Fields of Mystria? They have these screenshots. Oh right, I did say I was gonna add like a fence, like a picket fence or something. That is a thing that exists that I could add. Maybe I'll do that. Sure. Steal. Be inspired by whatever. Inspiration. Turning down the BGM. Sure. Cliffs and water, maybe waterfalls? I could. That would make sense. It would also, because we do also have the ability to make like really tall cliffs. Like maybe. Can I use my 1 million channel points for tech support? How do I convert PDF to EPUB? I don't know. There's probably a website for it somewhere. It's probably something. Yeah, let's make like a really tall cliff. A tall cliff. Yo, that looks pretty good. Calibri. Isn't that the VTuber? Isn't that the rapper from Whole Live English? She says, chill out on the weekend like usual. Everyone knows her classic song. Watching SpongeBob and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Alright, look at this. Something like this. And then we have the cliff top, and then we can have the waterfall. Waterfall, what about Agile? Can you believe this song is so long? And then they have the voices come in. It's crazy. Bro, this would go crazy at the Christmas party. Put this song on, everyone's like, whoa, what is that? Final Fantasy 14, the Warrens. 10 minutes. Alright, we got the cliff top. Put that right here. Right there. You could even make it extended. Whoa, what if you made it extended? I never even considered the possibility of extending the cliff like this. No, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's add a waterfall. That should be cool, right? Natural arch. I use arch, by the way. Oh wait, this wasn't even... Wait a second. The way this connect doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even look like it's... like it's this. Like, this should not be doing that. Well, whatever. It's probably fine. It's probably... Oh no, that's only because I just didn't even draw the... Okay. The top is... Yeah. It's just because I didn't do this. Oops. Yes. There, that's how you fix it. No. No, it's not. That's not how you fix it. Oh, it's because we don't have the thing where, like, we don't have the line that goes down like this. It's not even a thing that you can do. We don't have the line. Ah, whatever. You know, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's add a waterfall. Alright, so the waterfall, guys, you all know. For sure. It's gotta be... Gotta extend the canvas by plus 16 times 4. Yes. Okay. So for a waterfall, what you gotta do is, I mean, it's not gonna be like this, but we're using this as the basis. And then you have on the sides, you have this. And then what? It's a good question. Then you have the waves. So it goes like this. And by waves, I mean whatever this is. Whatever the heck this thing is. It's 3, it's 2, maybe it should be more like this. And then copy this over. Waterfall, as if water could do anything else. It could fly. I mean, I guess then it falls, but like... No, you're right. No, you're right, you're right. It does eventually fall. But I mean, that's why it's a waterfall. Because, like, other times, it doesn't even fall. You can stream. Just like me. Well, just like me, for real, for real. I'm literally streaming right now. Oh, that was the Warrens, right? Wasn't that nice? Whoa, hey, I know this song. Wait, what if we listen to Final Fantasy XIV? Was that the library dungeon that I just finished? That has such a strange song. Let's listen to some strange music. The Great Library, the Great Gubal Library. You guys ever hear this song? What a strange song. I listened to this. I was watching Chocojack's stream while I was doing this dungeon. And I was like, is this coming from her stream or like from my game? What the heck? Seymour with AI? No. No, I will not see more with AI. That's kind of loud. It's like experimental jazz. Very weird song. Say this isn't Final Fantasy. Seymour with a Weird Al. Ain't no way. I'm like, what the heck? You're like, what the heck? This is in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, what a weird song. Very strange. What were they thinking? What were they doing? Alright, so this gotta actually be there. And then this. What does this even look like? Bro, they're just pressing keys on the keyboard. It's so Discord, yo, Discord reference. Literally dat chord. Disc ord. Me when the disc is ord. Disc and Discord. Anyway, enough of this. I I just wanted to show this strange song to you guys. Alright, back to this nostalgic and chill Nintendo music, help you sleep, focus, work, study. Whatever they called it. What if you try to sleep to that weird library song? I'm sure someone has done it. Chill Final Fantasy XIV songs to sleep to. Alright, the question is, in Godot, do animations work going vertically or only horizontally? I think it's only horizontally. But I will see. I will check it. Let's see. Okay, so we got cliff top. Terrain. Save. I have saved the file. Tile set. Okay. It appears that it did not save. Wait. Wasn't there... Oh, I did it. Or this is actually... Okay, so this... We have 16 by 16. But I thought it was 8 by 8. That doesn't make sense. It should actually be... Oh, what the heck? It should actually be... This. And then this one is here. And then this one. What is this? What is this even from? We've definitely heard this before. The Sims? The Sims soundtrack Neighborhood 5? Imagine living in Neighborhood 5. Couldn't be me. Bro, you look like you live in Neighborhood 5. Am I right, guys? Bro. Cringe. I would never live in Neighborhood 5. What if they had like a BuzzFeed quiz? It's like, which Sims neighborhood would you live in? Neighborhood 5? This guy lives in Neighborhood 5? Bro. Alright, let's see. This. Can we say that this thing has, animation, but then the animation goes vertically? Columns? 0. 0 columns. Does that do anything? No, that goes that way. What about columns 1? What even does columns do? Oh, wait. Oh, that's how it works. But you can do that. Okay. That's good. So then if you painted with this, wait, does that work? It does. It should work. Painted this. Oh, look, it's animating. Strangely, though, it's animating a bit too strangely. Oh, it should go back. It should actually... Let's see. We should have like another frame, right? Goes there, goes there. We should have a... What should it look like? Got this one. Goes down there. Goes down here. Something looks wrong. Something doesn't seem correct. So up here we have 3. Down here we have 2. So really, and this thing, 3, 1, 3. It's going down by 2. And then from here, no, but that's fine, right? It's fine. It goes down 2. Oh no, it's not fine. Guys, it's literally not fine. Wait, what is this? Why do we have layer 2? What the heck? Merge. Merge down. This should be... down another 1. Okay, and then if we just make it faster, surely that's it. Animation speed 3. Okay, but what if we had multiple? No, it's something wrong with it. Something not even correct with it. Gotta make sure that it goes at a pace that makes sense. Will it be a problem that the waterfall sprite is similar looking to the cliff sprite, light wiggles on dark background? No, it's because it's moving. Surely it's fine. Surely. I mean, it does kind of it does kind of look like the first frame does look like it. Or what if it was actually like this? And what if it was like this? Maybe this. First, we should consider the animation. Let's see, we have this in the middle. Lighter to show speed. Is this true? Show speed, just like the streamer that shows speed? Bro, I know of that streamer. That is the guy who shows speed. Fields of Mystery has 3 colors. 3 colors in this economy? I don't think so. Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is. Well, it's got that. But also this. Now, oh no, that is true. You could have... Their waterfall isn't great. It probably looks... I mean, I think it looks fine. I think, what if we had, like, you know, like every other one, it's like, you know, like, it could be like this, that's a thing. Is this a thing, is this a real thing that people do? No, I don't know about that. Yeah, let's just make it white. The Zelda one. No, but that one... I don't think that one's even that great. Wait, what about the one from... Crocodile 3D. We've literally searched for this before. Crocodile 3D waterfall. The waterfall guy. What if we copied this? And by copy, I mean based it on this. So it appears that this is actually darker rather than lighter. Well, it can't go darker. It would then be black. I can't do that. Anyway, ads are gonna start. I'm gonna drink some water. Alright, I've done it, guys. I've successfully hydrated. Okay, let's see. This thing right here. Now, to get it to be animated in a way that makes sense, what you gotta do is... the heck? Gotta copy this and then move it down 4. But then like 4, isn't that like too much though? You might think it's too much, but then you add this. You bring this one back up there. Then now you're like, Wolfie, that doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even look good. But what if it did? What if this is now like a 2-frame thing? And now if you save it, then you go here, you change it so that it's 2 frames. Wow, look at that. That's something. That is in fact something. But what if it looked like it was going up? Well, what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't going up? But actually down. I think maybe we do need a frame in the middle. It's going up and down. It's like it's like the illusion. I don't even know. It goes down. Goes down. Then, isn't this just the same problem we had? Now we need another one. Did I see the dress as blue as white and gold or black and blue? I saw it as black and blue. And that is the objectively correct opinion, because it was revealed that it actually was that. It was real. I was there. Literally real. Okay, did you see it as the other color? Because to me, there was no way. Literally, there's no way that the thing was white and gold. What the heck? Do you hear it as Laurel or Yanny? I feel like I heard it as Yanny. See, okay, now this definitely looks like it's going down, right? You cannot look at this and be like, yeah, that's definitely going up. For sure, that is going down. Go back and forth on that one. Yanny. Yanny. Can I hear it again? Listen to this. I still hear it as Yanny. I was listening to the Green Needle Mindstorm one. Stop being able to hear Mindstorm. I don't even know what that is. This definitely sounds like Yanny to me. Yanny. What about the Barbie one? What about the one where Ken says "Oh Barbie," but then people hear him saying "Oh" and then he says the F word? That one's crazy. What is the Green Needle Mindstorm? Green Needle. This is the Green Needle one. Green Needle Brainstorm. Why did it show me Yanny or Laurel? Brainstorm or Green Needle? I hear Brainstorm. That's Brainstorm. I cannot hear Green Needle. He clearly says Brainstorm as that's the name of the alien from Ben 10. I didn't know that. I don't even know, man. Changes based on the word you're reading. Have you guys seen, wasn't there one that was like Australian accent heard as different words? Where was it? Where was the... Can I find that video? Where someone takes, like, someone's speaking with an Australian accent and then they take like parts of the word out of context and it sounds like a different word. Can't find it. Okay, did I like it on Twitter? Let me see. Let's see here. No, I think I did not. I guess I'll never see it. I guess I'll never find it again. That's a thing that happens. Sometimes you see a video and you go, oh, that's interesting. And then you just can never find it again. Hemplo's seeing the same tweets that I do. Literally, like, all the tweets that I reference, he has seen them. What's the deal? What's the deal with algorithms? Can we, like, copy the properties of this and place it on that? Apparently not. Nope. Can't do it. Just cannot be done. Alright, speed 6 frames. It appears that it doesn't work now. Why doesn't it work? Is it columns 1? Didn't we have this issue last time? Where I tried adding stuff? Okay, but now it works. Now it works. There's gotta be a better way to do this. It has to be. Like, I would imagine it should be possible to just copy paste it. It doesn't work. frames. Frame 2. Frame 3. Frame 4. Alright, terrain. New terrain. Waterfall. And then you go up here, and then you say these are part of the waterfall tile set. And it goes like this. So then bam. Well, why do we have a second? When did I duplicate this? Oh, that's when I was pasting it? No way. This song is good. 52 minutes. Sonic Unleashed? Potos Day Sonic Unleashed? Never would have expected. I never would have guessed that. Never would have guessed that. Okay, cliff. Okay, what layer? Should I make another layer for this? No, it should be in the water layer, right? No, but it can't be, because then it can't overlap. It doesn't even make sense. Let's see. It could be on the... It could be on the ground layer, why not? Sure. Alright, so waterfall, let's say hypothetically... But it can't be on the ground layer. How can it be on the ground layer? Can't be. Welcome, Yurga. Alright, so we have water. Water up here. Alright, and then... Wait, but the water can't even be up there. Because that's actually cliff top. But then cliff top, it doesn't even make sense. Hope there's a section where you go into a waterfall for a secret. True, they could have that. They could have that. Okay, I think I do need a separate layer for like water that is above cliff. Above cliff top. No, surely. No, because then the player is behind the cliff top. Hope there is a section where you can go into a waterfall, but the secret is a sign saying there's no secret, but the secret is the sign. The sign is the secret. Literally, for real. For real. Man. Alright, new layer. Duplicate this one. Water top. Alright, from here, do this. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. But this makes sense. No. No. And then you're like, wait, but the water, this water doesn't make sense, because if the waterfall is here, should this thing also not be rushing down? Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right. Perhaps that is correct. Mayhaps. Actually, no, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine if it just goes up until the edge. It's probably fine. Well, you could barely even tell. Kind of, I don't know. Alright, well you got that, and then you gotta have the waterfall on the tree layer, obviously. Bam, trees and waterfall. Alright, then you gotta have the regular water. This. Oh, and then it flows into this. And then a bridge. That's right. Bridges and rocks. Oops. Whoa, that looks pretty good. Well, okay, we could have like another thing that's like over here. So that, you know, you have like the waves, perhaps. Oh wait, but this up here also doesn't look good. It also doesn't look good. Okay, so to solve that, what you gotta do is the waterfall. It's gotta be. Well, no, you can just extend. You can just extend the water by 1. Does that even work? I don't think that works. No, that's fine, probably. That's probably fine. Okay. But then we need the decorations. The water hitting the ground. The water hitting the other water. Water on water violence. Like this. Like one of these things. Are you allowed to enter these graphics into Game Jam if you don't start Jam on the gameplay until the Game Jam starts? Depends on the Game Jam. For GB Jam, they specifically say you cannot make the graphics ahead of time. But there's other Game Jams where it's fine. Wow. Wow, look at this. Alright, let's add the water animation things. Now, how is that even done? Extra tile at the bottom, that's like water crashing. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do that. And this. When I said the water on water violence. Yes. How do they do it here? They have waterfalls here. Did they even... Whoa, look at their waterfall. What the heck? What the heck? How does theirs look like that? That's pretty good. Should I just copy that? Me when I just copy the legends? What if I just copied... No, I can't. I can't just copy everything. Surely. No way. Wait, did they not have water? They definitely had waterfalls. Oh, okay, right here. I guess the way they did it was like they do it like this. They didn't really need a separate sprite or a separate like tile. I guess that is the downside of having this be like a connected wave. And it's also more efficient because they just need like one tile. They don't need the side tiles for this. Interesting. Interesting configuration they have here. Really makes it think. It really causes you to consider. Welcome Eidolon, Endymion. Yo, I was playing Final Fantasy XIV and there's an enemy called Endymion. And I was like, that's a name that I've said before. Surely it's not the same thing as from Final Fantasy XIV. I don't even know what an Endymion is. I just don't even know. Alright, let's add the things. The good old things that we have. So how does this interact with the bottom? Well, it's got a splash, you know, you gotta have some splash. Obviously. Here, what if it was just like, simply just, we take this. If we just copied this. But then 9:05 in this video shows Waterfall from Link's Awakening.
We will do.
Oh god, what is this? Oh, their waterfall's pretty slow. Is this AI upscaling? What is this? Was this upscaled from AI? Oh, it definitely was. Man, what are they doing on YouTube? Bro, the water did not look like this. You seeing this? They've ruined old videos. They've smoothed it unnecessarily. Messed up. You could be using an emulator filter. This was 16 years ago. There's no way. Were they doing this in 2009? I don't think it was really a thing in 2009. Was it? Were people using these upscaling things in 2009? Because I think YouTube, it's like if the video is like too low resolution, they've started upscaling them. You look at this and you go, are they using this? Is this a thing they're using? What if we just find like other Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening videos from before 2010? Right, this one. Oh, but no, they got like a border around it. This is like different. No, this one. We need like a low resolution one. This one. This one looks very low resolution. It always looks blog. Okay, they didn't apply it to this. Okay, maybe they are playing with some kind of filter. 19 years ago. Bro, did things even exist 19 years ago? Wow, look at that compression. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, alright, so as far as this goes, what do we do with this? Well, that's a good question. So we can make it transparent. That is a thing that could be done. And then you just remove the bottom one. Because you know, this thing will be placed below this. So you can get rid of this. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. It'll go down, right? It'll go down here. And then it splashes. What if we just had what if some of these are just moving around, you know? Out there moving. Just randomly. Okay, maybe this is not going to look very good. It's possible that this doesn't look good. But that's also fine. There. What if it's like that? Let's see what that looks like. Alright, so we got terrain, we got tile set up this one. Select animation. Columns 1. Speed 6. Frames 4 of them. Alright, and then in the terrain, it's a waterfall. Add another one that is water. What the caps lock? Waterfall splash. Wait, no, it should be a decoration. It's actually a decoration tile. That's a different thing. It's actually totally different. We say this is decoration, and then if you have waterfall above it, that's when you should place it. So now if you put waterfall, this right here. Do that. Whoa! Whoa, that's fancy. What does that look like in the game? Maybe we don't need... Maybe we don't need this one up here. Maybe just move all these up. Delete that one. And this one. Welcome, Polylich. Is that me? No, that's not me. It is a different character. It is definitely not me. It's not even ironic. It's actually not me. That does not look good. Let's see. When it hits there, it should just should have another thing. It's like this. No, that doesn't make sense. Literally doesn't even make sense. That's too noisy. There's too much stuff going on. Alright, this should be reversed. This is now the opposite order. Alright, so now this should be up here. Interesting. I think that's not good. Maybe there should always be a thing at the top. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, right? That doesn't even make sense. Why would there always be a thing at the top? There shouldn't be. So this goes there, right? That's fine. What the? Why do we have so many layers? Flat and visible. Merge down. So it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be there. But what if this one was there? But that doesn't make sense. What if there was no splash? What if it was just empty? Sure. But then we need this to not be there though. This thing's kind of ruining it. Well, it is weird that it just like suddenly vanishes. Alright, what if it was like this and then did this? What if it was like this? Okay, that looks like a little bit better, right? It's like it fades, it goes from this thick outline to like a thin one. And then you could like, you know, it could dissipate maybe. Perhaps. It goes down one, but then like does this. Perhaps. No, that's too much. It could be this. Or could be this. Maybe. What about this? What about this? Sure, sure, sure. Perhaps that is fine. Okay, but what about the top though? What about at the top? Maybe we also do the same thing. What does it look like when it's the same thing? It doesn't make sense. It could not even make sense though. I think we would need a different thing for that. Any fans of things being different? Me when thing is different. No way, that thing is different. How can that thing be different? Okay, what if we had... We need the top part of this, alright? So then the top part of this would simply just be very similar. Yoshi's Island? Yoshi's Woolly World or whatever. Yo, comma, she is Woolly World. Me when I'm expressing excitement about how she has become a Woolly World. Yo, she's Woolly World. That's it. That's the game. That's the game. Alright, so this one is going to be that. And then feels like Glorp music. Glorpin. Anyone out there glorpin? I mean glorpers. Alright, so we delete this. Delete that. Delete this. So this one is the wave that's going into the waterfall from the top. And for this to connect smoothly, well, we gotta start this off as maybe like a thin, just like a thin wave. It starts off, there's nothing, it's literally got nothing. And then it extends to the larger wave. Maybe it starts off Like up here. And it goes like this. Or it could go even slower. You know, this could go down by 1. Let's get started over there. No. No. Okay, what if it was like this? Hey, I'm glorping. It's glorping time. Glorp. Alright, this one animation, it's got no columns, specifically. 0 columns, speed, also 6. Frames, you got 4 frames. Alright, then you mark it as decoration, right? But what if the waterfall sides were raggedy, frothy instead of straight? It could be. It could perhaps be, I don't know. Alright, so this one got waterfall. Whoa, look at that. I mean, that's something. That looks like something. I feel like, okay, maybe it could start off as a lighter color. And then once it picks up speed, then it turns the bright color. Wait, and then I should do the same thing for the other side. For the other side, when it goes down, it starts off as this color. Then it goes into the lighter color. And by lighter, I mean darker. Right there. Whoa. I really should just set the player spawn point, like, to avoid having to walk every time. Alright, so you take the player, grab them. Oops. What the heck? W physical? Player. Whoa. Okay, well, here's the thing though. This should actually be this. And then no. Should, okay, so it goes here. Okay, maybe we don't do that for the bottom one. Welcome, Michael. What are we doing today on the stream? We are doing the same thing as always. Adding graphics to the game. Wow, look at that. What's that gameplay looking like? There is no gameplay. You get to walk around. You get to collide with things in a way that doesn't make sense. That's it, that's the gameplay. Okay, so we gotta like figure out this. We can't have this thing there. That thing literally should not even be there. Collision seems off. No, that's on purpose. Can't be colliding, man. That's literally not even allowed. Imagine colliding with things. Collidal scope, even, perhaps. Michael out here having collision. Bro is colliding. Can't believe this, man. It doesn't work. It doesn't even work. Now I could just manually set it so that this tile doesn't have this thing on there, but I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just something to deal with. Like, look at that. Whoa, we got a thing in there. There could also be potentially random lily pads in there, which would throw things off. Or, oh wait, I could actually, maybe, I could perhaps have this be a solid color, because we know for sure there's going to be a water tile underneath. So this will mask out any possible other things. Yes, genius. Literally genius. For sure. Alright, and then same for this. Now you'll notice I left out the left and right sides, because that's because it could intersect with this. You don't want that. Alright, what does this look like? What? Oh no, but then wait, what? Oh shoot. It doesn't even help because they're on the edge. What? Wait a second. No, they're not. How can those be there? How are those there? You're telling me they're like between tiles. Tell me that this thing... Oh, but this one is... Well, maybe you make it so that they're not. No one would even notice. How would they know? They would never know. Although I am missing one of these. One of these is not the same height. So that's 4, that's 4, that's 3, that's wrong. Alright, well that's something, right? Look at that. Alright, and then it's like, what if the sides are faulty? I guess the side could also be light colored. Wait, that looks better. That's much more readable. Okay, so if I'm gonna be doing that, then the one that's up here should also have this. Oh no, but we don't know. We don't know if this is gonna be on the side though. It could be in the middle. Could be anywhere. It could literally be anywhere. For real, for real. Well, I mean, I think that looks pretty good, right? That looks alright. We could add some things to the side. Oh, what if it was like a little bit more like, maybe like on the side, it's kind of like this one goes up a little bit, so there's like a little bit more depth to it. What about that? What about if it was like that? And then this one is like this. I think I broke something. This should not be there. Wait, how does this work? This should be this. Okay, but then like what if this is lower? What about that? Not as bad. It's actually bad. But what if it wasn't bad? What if it's actually good? This. What about that? What about this, huh? Now why is okay? I think it looks okay. It's just for some reason it gets very thin. This should be there. Perhaps. And then you just do the other side. All you gotta do is just copy and flip it. Just flip it horizontally. Wow, look at that. No, I don't know if that's actually better. It does have some more depth to it. Maybe it is better. Maybe it is better. Or what if the ones on this side were darker, as if to imply a difference in lighting. Looks like there's a cave behind it. Cave story. Cave story reference? No way. Caved story. Now, I don't know if this looks good. It probably doesn't even look good. No, that just looks weird. Okay, let's not do that. Well, maybe it only looks weird because we don't have the rest of it dark. What if this is dark? Welcome Graphy 14. No, that way maybe. I mean, is that too dark? It is a bit too dark. It might be too dark. Or maybe it's perfectly fine. Nah, that just looks weird. Let's not do that. Alright, but I mean, it looks pretty good, right? Alright, what else can we add to this area? Let's add... let's extend this cliff top. So it goes up here. Let's extend this one as well. Let's add trees. Some more trees. Maybe maybe some of these bushes. What the heck? That music just ended suddenly. What are they doing? Unprofessional playlist. Literally bad. It's like they don't even care, man. They don't even care about music. The integrity of the music. I've got a rock. A rock right there. Hedges. Sure. Maybe some tall grass, perhaps? Tall grass right here. What the heck? Good times. Then what? A bush. What layer did I put the bushes in? A rock. Probably the same as bridges and rocks. Bridges, rocks. Yeah. Bridges, rocks, bush. Sure. Alright, let's put like one bush. Let's put one. Oh, we can't do that. There, what about this? What about that? Okay, it being here is a bit too noisy. Yes. Yes. That looks pretty good. Look at that. We've accomplished some things today. We added a waterfall. We had this bush. What more could you possibly want? Literally nothing. There's nothing else. Alright, we got waterfall. And then let's see what it looks like in other colors. And then we end the stream. Literally, we end the stream. Wow, look at this. We got the Pokemon color palette. Imagine if Pokemon had graphics like this. Pokemon would never. Literally never. And then what? We got Modern 4. We got pumpkin one. Got cosmic cream. Got good old cold fire. That looks pretty good. Got Obama. Wow, that's crazy. Pokemon. Anyway, that's it. That's all. It's time to end the stream, everyone. Literally, it's time. Alright, good times. I don't know what I'm doing next time I'm streaming this, but we'll find something. We'll find something to do. And it will not be gameplay. I will never add gameplay to this. It'll just be a walking simulator and nothing else. Alright, let's see if the files have synchronized over. Add waterfall. Yep, sure did. Alright. Would I like to save changes? Oh no, this is the one that I undid. Don't save. Alright. It's over. It's over. What day is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Blogger Day, Couscous Day, Dashcam Day, Oyster Day. Work like a dog day. None of these are particularly good raid messages. I don't know. Psychiatric Technician Appreciation Day, you could do that one. Dog Day. That only works if I'm rating a dog VTuber. Because then they're like, what is this? What does it even mean? I guess we could rate Chocojax. The last rated 28 days ago. That's like enough time ago, right? That's sufficiently long ago. Let's raid Chocojax. Is that a VM? No, that's a real computer. With a capture card. Oyster, so true. Work like a dog, day raid. Cheer, Wolf is cheer. Dog, Choco J dog. There. Shutting down your PC should end the stream completely, and yet it didn't. Very strange. It's not a VM. It's a real computer. Second computer that I have. Alright, let's rate Chocojax. Anyway, thanks for watching. I should be back on Friday with something or other. Probably more of this. Did I remote it? No, I have a capture card. I have a capture card Elgato HD 60S Plus. It's connected to my Mac. Yeah, 2 PC setup. It's a common thing. You just look up streamer and 2 PC setup. How there's a lot of guides online. There's many guides. You have something like Synergy to like move your mouse between computers. You can have the KVM switch, which I don't have. You have a thing that just swaps the USB. There's a lot of info. Just look up dual PC streaming. They will explain everything. There's guides. There's everything. And then you'll be like, whoa, that's cool. Good times. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Goodbye.